Wish I found it earlier. What a game.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Townsville for the North versus South Challenge. Incredible weekend of bowls we got here for you with 3 test matches. Of course, this year is at Suburban Bowling Club in Townsville. Absolutely magnificent playing surface they have here, as you can see. And this morning we're doing 2 matches. We're showcasing the ladies first up. It should be a crack of a game between Ashley Knight leading up for the North combination with Delia Walsh, Maddie Stiles, and of course Terry McAlary is skipping that Rink, and they're up against Julia Brownie, Sarah Duffield, Amanda Havlikova and Bolivia Merrick. So that should be one heck of a battle between these 2 teams. It's a hotly contested between the North versus South, and with the men, the game we'll be showcasing this morning is a couple of old sparring partners, old teammates up against each other with Mitchell Mears, Nathan Chapman, Dean McWhinney and Aaron Hewson, and they're up against Mark Edwards, Nick Twining, Justin Cribben and Alex Murtagh. So the the old Pine Rivers boys will be against each other, and we'll be going between these games, these 2 games. But the ladies first up should be a sensational game between these 2. I said it's a very hotly contested series. It's played in great spirit, but competitiveness is absolutely at a rate of over 100. So the girls should be starting any second now. There we go. There goes the buzzer. No time limit. It's 21 ends, and of course it's done as the same as pennants. Of course it's down to the overall result is what counts. And you see Robbie done a superb job here yesterday and today, setting everything up for us. The pictures are top quality once again. So it should be one heck of a series. So Bolivia, Julia just rolling the kitty. So obviously the South combination have won the toss. It should be a very interesting first test match. Now, for those of you who don't know, Greg Bostock would, g'day Bozzy, is that South have won this on every occasion, but North are out this year to prove that they're just as strong, and they really are. There's some great players, so it should be one heck of a series. A good start there by Julia. Ashley. Tell you what, Ashley not too far away. What a great try there, just running through. Julia first bowl, not too far away. Just got to correct just a little bit of grass, a couple of inches of grass. Beautiful running carpet here this morning. What do you reckon, about 16, 16 and a half? Yeah, I reckon about 16 and a half, Robbie. Yeah, beautiful bowl there from Julia Browning. Of course, Julia just won the Champion of Champions singles down at Suburban Bowls Club down in Mackay. So, just a few days ago. Ashley, she's not going to be too far away from this one here. Maybe just going to cut just slightly. Not too bad at all. Good morning, Barbara Green. How are you this morning? Oh, it's too hard to explain, Barbara. What they tried to do we tried to do it in various locations with equal clubs and members and everything, so it's definitely too hard to explain. But I'll tell you what, I've got a gentleman sitting beside me knows a little bit about the division, Barbara. You might be able to say something. Mr. Kerry Green, the Vice President of Bowls Australia, has just come and sat down beside me, so we'll frame on a microphone. Morning, Kerry.
Yes, good morning, Brian.
How are you, mate? Just had one of our viewers, one of our regulars, Barbara Green from Tarrant Point, just asking how we divide the state to have North versus South.
Well, what we do is we cut the state off around the Bundaberg area across to the back of Toowoomba, which becomes the south, and from there to Fraser Island becomes the north. And then we have selectors in both divisions which select the 12 players, and we pick a venue somewhere in North Queensland, and they play off against each other and have a wonderful time. So I hope that helps you.
Certainly do. Thank you very much for that explanation. There's Keith falling down. No, that's factual there. So that's the way it's done. It's all done with mirrors. Definitely not done by rulers.
Yeah, no, it's a fair bit of thought went into this one. It gives the North players a chance to be seen by the state selectors. We have state selectors here today, and quite often they'll pick up someone that they ask to put in their expression of interest to play for the state, and that's how we accumulate our state players, so everybody gets a chance to be seen and have a look at what's going on. Yes.
Yeah. No, absolutely, and as you know, Kerry, we've been here every year, and you must admit, mate, the atmosphere that it's played in, everything's just absolutely sensational, isn't it? You know, I mean, there's played in great camaraderie, but absolutely sensational competitiveness there.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. There's no friends in this game, even though they're all pals and everybody knows each other, sort of thing. But
yeah,
they all play to their absolute best. They know they're on show all over, and it's very good to see them all come out and give up their time to play.
It's ever so true, mate. And we've had a pretty busy time up here. We've visited a few clubs yesterday and met with a lot of people, which is great to be up in this neck of the woods, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. We don't sort of get up here as often as I'd like us to get up here. We have commitments everywhere, sort of thing, and there's only a few of us that actually travel, so we try to get around as many clubs through the year as what we can and see as many people as we can, so they don't think we're just ghosts that live in a big building somewhere. So
that's ever so true, mate. That's ever so true.
It all works out pretty well.
Well, the thing about it, though, too, Kerry, is that the people up north are so appreciative for your being up here, and also, too, with us being up here, we've been able to talk about all of their issues up here, and it really does help them out in the long run, mate, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, I'd like to think it does, Brian. You know, there's a lot of times they have like little issues, or they think they're big issues, but really at the end of the day, they can be quite easily sorted, and it's just a matter of having the right direction to go in. Yeah,
no, and that's 100% true too. We see a great bowl here coming down from Bolivia Merrick. She's not going to be too far away from this. Oh, just went through that gap. For your information, Warren, yes, he is playing in it. G'day, Polky. How are you, Wendy Wilson? Good to have you on board too, Warren. Hey, Joan. Bowls Queensland have put the teams up there. G'day, Alan Pritchard. How are you? Good on you, Alan. Yeah, we'll see about that one, mate. But it's really said there's another great bowl there from Terry too, not too far away. We're just girls trying to sort this out now. First end, Kerry. It's looking like what a head to start with, mate. Look at that. Look at the head of that bowl. First end.
I'm glad I'm not out there playing.
You got that right, mate. They're pretty handy, aren't they? Just watching them, the very first end. Like most of those bowls, you could put a mat over them, Kerry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a roll up on this green yesterday too, and it must have been running absolutely beautiful.
Oh, it is, absolutely. If I can play on it, it's got to be, you know, got to be very forgiving if I get to play on it and to actually get close to the bowls.
Well, Bolivia just locked that in. Just locked that in.
Yep.
Absolutely incredible head of bowls there. Look at that. So, Terry, looks as though, I'm not too sure. I'd say that Terry's probably holding one there, I think. From, or is that Julia's bowl? It could be Julia's bowl, I think, in actual fact, has got one. So Bolivia might have two shots there. Now what comes off there? She gets to the edge of this bowl. Not quite, they just hit it a little bit too fat. Two shots there for the South team. So handy pick up there with the very first end. So just for our viewers, when we come north, Robbie's got fans running all the way around us. There's a big fan over the green, which you'll probably see later on, but as you'll see, it's where we're sitting at the moment. It's a very pleasant 36.1 degree, which is a little bit warm. So we'll see a handy pick up there from the north side in the men by the looks of it. So, and of course, just go through the teams there, Kerry, with the other teams. In the North's other teams, beside Terry's team, we have got Joan Tennant, Wendy Jameson, Brittany Willie and Carly Burns. And the other side is the other team from the north is Adele Pershouse, Susan Kingston, Bronwyn Torrance and Lexa Foot. And they come from all over Queensland, these. And in the ladies combination, we've got Lindsay Clark, Sue Brady, Zoe Stewart and Isabel Lawson. And in the other side, we've got Chloe Stewart, Emma Spicer, Amy Evans and Olivia Rothwell. Now with the men, just giving you the rundown of the men's besides Alex's team, which I've already gone through, and Aaron's team. Got Brett Wilkie, Jason Grundon, James Walls and Stephen Sales. And then we have Barry Lester, Nick Carl, Scotty DeJonk and Bradley Lawson. And in the north we have Amanda Isgrove, Graham Caff, John Hammond, Keith Wally. And in their other side is Mark Armstrong, Nick Gosley, Andrew Paskins and Ray Kurtz. Now once again, Kerry, people from all over Queensland in those squads, mate.
Yeah, you definitely got some classy players there.
Yeah, incredible.
A couple of these people that are playing here today have just come up from Mackay from playing the Champion of Champions down there. And very fortunate for the lady that won the Champion singles, Julia Best. She's actually from my district down Toowoomba.
Yes.
It was a very good win for her. She played very hard, very consistent right through the whole game.
Absolutely.
It's, absolute credit to her to come out on top, because the competition at that level is very high and you've got to be on your game to take the flag home. So yeah, congratulations to Julia.
That's for sure. But we also have Lindsay Clark, who won the pairs with Claire Turley.
Yep.
And of course we have Mark Armstrong and Nick Gosley.
Don't forget the wheelchair, mate.
I can't forget. Yes, did a great job with the wheelchair, that's for sure. And of course Aaron, I beg your pardon. And also we have Alex Murtagh, who picked up a bronze medal, and John Hammond, who played off of that bronze medal match in the singles. So there's a lot of current and former champions and Queensland players and everything else. We've got Australian players. Geez, we've got a bit of everything here, Kerry.
Yeah, got a bit of everything.
Eh?
Got a world champion out there in Brett Wilkie.
Yep.
Brett's still in pretty good form by the look of him.
Yeah, going all right, mate. For an old bloke.
For an old bloke, yeah.
For an old bloke.
Yeah.
So we see a good bowl coming in here from Delia Walsh. Of course, Delia from the Mackay region. And she's up against Sarah Dutfield. No, sorry, that's Amanda. Sarah's had her too. This is Amanda, just was in the ladies open team, played for Queensland, had a very, very good series.
Yep. Yeah, no, this North-South series is a very good showcase for everybody. We look for clubs every year to host the event in the north. One of the stipulations of it is it's got to be held sort of north of Rockhampton.
Yep, which is good.
So we don't, it doesn't go to the south where we have all the major events. We try to put as many events in the north as what we can.
Yep.
And it all works out pretty well at the end of the day.
No, I couldn't agree more, mate. Something I know the board's very passionate of bringing more and more games that we possibly can up north, mate, because for quite a few years, mate, they've travelled down south for a great number of years. We see a great bowl there from Amanda. That's a great bowl there. They were a couple down. She just drew the absolute up, though. Anyway, we got Maddie Stiles on the mat at the moment. Very accomplished player up here. Not too far. She had to race off yesterday and do an exam. She gets the edge of that, which just got a little bit too fat there. But,
yeah.
but it's got a bowl there in a good home. So we welcome everybody this morning, all of our viewers. So Jim Dalrymple, g'day Jim, g'day Beverly, g'day Mary watching from Ireland. Mary Ingham, of course, from Scotland. Christine White, Robert Westfield, Diane Lenham, g'day Diane. Morning Joyce from Port Macquarie, Benny G. Yeah, it is very high standards. G'day Joan, Georgia Walker from Gladstone, good on you. Georgia, I hope you enjoyed the telecast. So we see
when you've done the Champion of Champions down in Mackay,
Yep.
What were the actual numbers we had on them?
Up after we did a quick count, mate, we'd had 118,000. So that's quite reasonable. That was a few days ago, though. Now, mate. Sorry, not 100. Sorry, I beg your pardon. 115,000 it was. So probably up around about 118 by now, quite comfortably, I'm assuming.
Yeah, people go back and re-watch them again and what have you not. So.
Oh, mate, they've been watching. I said the boys watched it. Some boys were telling me they were watching on the way up here yesterday, mate. So, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, be somewhere around about the figure at the moment, which is pretty good for 6 days, you know. So,
yep.
People out there have been able to watch our great game. So that's what it's all about, mate, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
We see Bolivia trying to draw here, just running through the head there slightly, though. I would be holding one with that two-tone coloured bowl there of Amanda's. There's Amanda plays out of the Helensvale Bowls Club on the Gold Coast, but started her bowling career at Beenleigh Bowls Club. Terry, get an edge? Oh, not quite.
Unlucky.
Yeah, tried it well, wasn't it? So just the one there to the south side. Bolivia, of course, is known to everybody. One of the great performers for our Queensland Open team for a great number of years, and still playing great bowls. Full of energy and enthusiasm.
I get tired watching them.
Yes, for sure. G'day, Harry. Good morning, Christian Thompson. How are you, mate? Thomas? How are you? Christian. Good to have you on board, Christian. So,
anyway, Brian and viewers, I'll just leave you for the time being. I'll go and do some work, and I'll talk to you all later on.
Catch you later on. Thanks very much, Kerry.
See you, mate.
See you, mate. It's Kerry Green, the Vice President of Bowls Queensland, coming just at the right time. I mean, I was sitting around that meeting when we broke it up because Kerry and I and the board, well, we were the ones that come up with the idea to play this event. So, remember when we first split it, it was quite a few years ago we did that. Hey, good on you, Christine. Yes, a bit warm. Hey, Trish. Good to see Trish Spicer just coming in from up north, now from Cairns. Good on you, Trish. Always good to see Trish. Yeah, so no, I reckon it'd be some pretty good bowling, Robert, that's for sure. So, Julia just trying to outdraw that last bowl of Ashley. Ashley Knight, of course, from the Mackay region. That's great to see Ashley. Ashley's one of those ones I felt very, very sorry for, is that she was picked to play for Queensland in the under-18s, and Ashley been going through a bit of a rough time in that of late, and it doesn't deter her one little beat, treatment and that she's on, and unfortunately it got called off because of COVID. So it's just wonderful to see Ashley being able to represent her beloved North. But she did get the opportunity to just play a test series against New South Wales in the under-25s, and they won the series down at Tarrant Point. So it was wonderful to see her fulfill her dreams of playing for Queensland. We see another good start to this head here too. Julia probably just got shot with that bowl there, which Terry's asking Delia just to outdraw. Now the girls do play up here quite a bit. They do play on this green, so they're very used to it. Yeah, mate. Robbie will fix that in a minute, Tristan. That's why it was, mate. Yeah, they chopped it. Just going to get an inside edge bowls, but looks to be still holding one.